Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Name's Tony, and this is Dirt-Driven Life. And today I've got some stuff going on this cold morning. Can't believe just yesterday it was 74 degrees, and the wind chill's like 18 today. That's Indiana for you. Yeah, I've got to do some things here. I got 2 deliveries today that's coming in I got to deal with this morning. Hopefully they both show up this morning. The one will, and then the other one hopefully is early enough. It's an LT trucking. So yeah, things are frozen again, and it's cold as can be. So let's get started. The first load arrived. Hopefully get the second one here. And I don't know. They may be in all day or waiting for this guy. We'll see, man. So I'm sitting here letting this warm up, and this is a John Deere, and they are, if I'm understanding, they're right there with Cat on you know, the excavation side of it, but they beat Cat obviously with their agriculture side on how much they sell. Obviously John Deere is really large too. I've never been to their dealership, and but I have operated a what was that? I think a 313. Does that sound right, guys? A 313. I operated that. I believe that's what it was. I was at a customer last year doing some work, and he had a guy there also doing some finished work up on his septic system that was installed by that guy, and he needed to make a perimeter. Am I saying that right? The perimeter drain around the septic tank itself, and his trencher that he had attached to the John Deere machine wasn't operating correctly. He was really struggling with it. I had my Cat excavator there was doing what I was doing with his. I was cutting out some of his hill in the back. I was cutting some of that out for him. I was pretty much done, and we did some horse trading. I needed to move some dirt, and so he let me use that if he could use the excavator for the day. So me and him, I used his for a day, and he used mine for the day, and so I operated it all day, and you know, it was the smaller one, so pretty cramped. I mean, I'm not a small guy here. I'm not tall, but I'm kind of wide. I got B.O.B., big old belly, and so I wasn't impressed with the width itself sitting in it. I mean, the feet was okay. Now it was on the cramped side. I'll admit it really was. It was on the cramped side. So and the operating it was decent. I couldn't see nothing out of it really. I mean, the rearview mirror could do what it could do, I guess. Kind of struggled there, and then but it was a powerful little heifer. I mean, that thing was it was powerful, I will say that. And the joystick control was in my area of what I liked. I like them touchy. I like to finesse the control and really make the moves versus really having to push on the controls to make moves. But it was very responsive, but it couldn't, I'm going to say this correctly, it couldn't unresponse as quick. So if I moved forward or left or right or backwards, anytime I made that move and then I wanted to switch to the opposite direction, it was hesitant, and quite a bit. I mean, it was like, in my opinion, it was like a 3-second delay. Took a lunchtime, and I was talking to him about it. He said that's how that machine was. Because I was asking him, hey, you got any settings in there? I'd love to try to switch that over if you didn't mind. Maybe try a different style. And he said, no, that's how that one was. I think that was a 2019 or 2020 model. I think. I could be wrong. So anyway, so you know, I know I know Ron on his YouTube channel, Bilo, if I'm saying that right. His YouTube channel there, you guys ought to check his out too. Is he runs John Deere. He's a big supporter of his brand. They've been treating him real well. But that's just somebody I haven't went by and really checked out. And you know, you guys that are in it will understand. But you guys that are trying to get into it with a dealer, you know, get into a brand, I mean, it's a lot of work, and it's fun though. but it's a lot of work once you do set stuff up. And when you're facing the possibility of, man, I may have to switch brands. I mean, it's it's a big ordeal. Not huge, but it's a big ordeal, especially when you got other things going on, to have to stop for a half of a day here and there to deal with the switchover and things like that. Plus, you're dealing with your machines that you already got and hoping to get a fair trade-in value where you don't start getting upside down in something else. And I would trade in, like if Cat pretty much came forward and proved to me that hey man, we're sorry about how this happened to you and all that with what happened to me this year with them, that if they did that, I mean, that's how much I like Cat. I mean, and then they said, hey, you bring that Kubota over and we'll make you right to where basically my payment doesn't change and I can get into at least a 265, 275. I would do it. I wouldn't do it for a 255, I don't think. It'd have to be a cheaper payment if I did a 255. But honestly, I got common sense. That wouldn't happen. I mean, because Cat's high dollar. So, you're looking at, what, 115 grand probably for a, hell, that may be a 255 with the goodies on it. So, yeah, I wouldn't expect that. I mean, I got this Kubota here brand new with the trade-in and all. I'm right at 70 grand with it. Yeah, I don't see my payments being the same if I did a switch over. Now, if Kubota, if I went after one of their 40s and took his Cat excavator in, and my payment didn't change, because I've got it paid down a little bit, I think it'd be a pretty fair trade-in. I would do that as well, just to get a brand thing going on with me here, and to have the amenities of their excavator with that tilt blade and all that. So if the industry was just a little bit more friendlier with payments, because when you're running, okay, speaking of our business, excavation business, I mean, the trick is to get payments low, man, and they'll offer, like my payment for my excavator, what he did to me, and he stretched out the loan for me, is the only way to get the payment low, and that sucks, but that's the only way to get low and to move forward, so you can make low monthly payments and use that machine to make you tens of thousands of dollars for the year. I think it's a great payoff, or I think it's a good trade-off. Some get nervous about that, but I mean, I'm using this thing to make tens of thousands of dollars each year, even though my loan is out there, I believe 84 months or something like that, and then but there's the opportunity to but there's also a smart financial move to where you end up selling the machine pretty much and get back what you have in it pretty closely. And so you look at, you've paid for a machine 2 or 3 years and then you sell it, but in those 2 and 3 years it's made you tens of thousands of dollars. That's one way to look at financing your machine, is do you keep it and pay it all the way off, or do you keep it for a few years and then you take it in and get something else and do the same thing. That's one trick to where some of the big guys, they do that. They don't sit on their machines very long, and they'll get what they get out of it, money wise, profit wise, and they'll move on to the next one. So if you look at like my monthly payment for that right now that I'm paying, then you got Cat offering a 0% interest, like some of the other dealers are, and you're like, man, that's sweet. Who wouldn't want 0% on their payments, which is not true 0%, but it's still better than what's out there. But they got the damn thing 4 years the damn loan's 4 years for 0%. So, I mean, you're looking at, you know, what I was looking at about 12, you know, it's like over 13, or was going to be almost $1,800 a month. And solo operator, small excavation business, I mean, that's just not feasible, right, guys? I mean, good Lord, man. So somebody out there needs to be helping us smaller guys out here and getting things more affordable would be friggin' awesome. I got the cat behind me, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get out of it. Let's see here. There we go. So yeah, you know, John Deere's one, but I need to just run with what I got right now, and just see what happens this season. This is my first first hydraulic quick attach coupler. This is pretty sweet. Now this is luxury, having one of those. Luxury for excavation. I got a real bad habit of not raising the throttle on these machines, and it's all because of that Kubota L series. I mean, I pretty much cruise that thing around the yard a lot. I mean, I would full throttle it at jobs and everything, but when you're putting around the property, there's a big difference with on these machines here running low throttle. You can't really tell about, you know, the excavator itself. I can run it low throttle and it doesn't whine like this one will. This thing will whine on a low throttle. All right, here we go. Here, park this right here and wait for the next delivery. So, all right, I'll kick this camera off and wait till this guy shows up, and then go from there. That way, you're not just staring at one object the whole time I'm talking. I didn't even think of that. You know, I guess I could have had a camera inside the cab pointing on me and talking, but I got too much of an ugly mug here, so I try not to put the camera on me too much, and start upping my subscribers because I got a freak show going on. Well, this guy called. He says he's on his way, pretty much down the road here, so. Oh shit. Stop. Head back. That. Move the trash. That. Let's see here. That. Okay. And then video. And hit record. Hey, not too bad. How about yourself? Loving the weather change, right?
Hey, it was better than yesterday.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm about to pull it back, refigure it up.
Sure, no problem. Yeah, that'll work. Oh boy. Heck, that thing cooks.
Huh?
I don't think I've seen one go that fast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. Damn.
Some are good, some are bad.
Yeah, man.
The one I drove yesterday kind of leans.
Oh, yeah.
So when you pull stuff out, it feels like it's kind of...
Yeah, come right up on that.
I hope that guy that's getting the tile has something like that.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I see that now.
2,000 pounds.
Oh, my goodness, yeah. Yeah, I see that.
That's residential.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. All right, let me hop in this.
Well, that makes life easy.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know how that's going to fit on the lift gate.
Yeah. All right, looks good. Just anywhere?
Right there in the bottom.
All right, man. There you go.
Thank you,
Good
sir.
deal. You have a good
day,
one.
man.
Yeah, be safe. Tell you what, I've been flaring up my back climbing out of this thing. Locking my door, even though I'm at home, because that's the signs of growing up on a bad side of the neighborhood. Habits of always locking your doors. All right, and I hope you got something out of this video on decisions on renting, leasing, and or purchasing your equipment. And you know, if you got some more, if you got any other questions or even your experience of dealing with it, comment below. Help everybody out. I mean, it's not, the comments ain't just necessarily even for me. It's the community itself that hopefully I can build. You know, talk back and forth on the things they've tried, what they're successful at, and what to watch for. Help us out on what to watch for. You know, guys, this is there's plenty of stuff out there to get, right? So, as I've already heard one guy say, his name's Ron. You know, we could work together on this stuff, and you know, I suspect it's going to be. I suspect it to be a smaller guys that are getting started that really could come together. The big guys, man, I hope they can come in with this as well, you know. But working for the big guys in my past, they're busy, you know, and they got a little bit, they got a lot different outlook because they're here now, you know, so they got a different outlook. They kind of forget about here, right, where we're all starting and stuff and trying to build something. So, but yeah, I agree with it. We all could create a community on stuff like this. So I ain't stopping so far. I've got Dirt-Driven Life here that's doing stuff every day to, if I'm not on a job, I'm also doing some personal things too. So Can't believe I'm using you already, little feller. And these tires are called a Free Country that I got from Amazon. And that's the one that I had to change. It had that funny separation look right here, and it was bulging right here on the side. And so let's show that tire again here. So right here is the separation appearance. And also, the camera may not pick it up here. Let's see if I can stabilize the tire. But if we look here, this sidewall, and we start going, this sidewall is bulging out. And this sidewall bulges out almost the same distance as this separation appearance, whatever you want to call this right here. Park pretty cool. So that's what happened there. Let's get this straight. So you know, I didn't use the jack. Yeah, but look at that. I mean, it just peeled right off there. I don't see those type of marks on that tire. I will when I take it off. But you know, it was an emergency, but yet I was 6 miles home, so I went ahead and creeped her home the rest of the way since I was so close. And then but notice something here. Notice the name, but at one point it said Super Cargo tire. Yeah, you're guessing it. Super Cargo tire. I bet you this tire eventually would be doing what that tire did. So yeah, I'm not going to get no more Super Cargos. And if you guys check your trailers and see if you got them on there. So yeah, hey, my advice is check your trailers, guys. See if you got Super Cargo on there, because I ain't had no luck. And so I will not be buying those again. I've already checked the dump trailer. It doesn't have those on there. Taskmaster or something like that. So so yeah, like I said, I'm pretty good at checking tires really well. I mean, pretty much almost every time. If anything, even a visual. But I normally even check the tire pressures, like every day or every use. I check them every use, though. This one's a, I forgot which one I got here. Caraway. That's a Caraway. So is my other brand. So yeah, I wanted to go ahead and throw this in there. Even though you'll see another video of the introduction to me blowing the tire, but that is an ending of more about me just ending my day, and you know, and then griping about a blow tire too. So maybe an additional bonus footage as well on using that Amazon trailer jack. So maybe even use that torque wrench again. Better camera view though. apologize on the camera view. I'm trying to get used to the camera, making sure it doesn't move on me and stuff like that. And then, and it's only one camera, so I only got one camera. Unless somebody wants to donate a camera to me. No GoPro. You can keep your GoPro. Let's change tires. Well, obviously, I'm too short. So I'll have to work on that. It smacks. All right, let's see what we do here. Okay. Power's on. Now, we'll try this guy. Pretty cool, huh? This is something else. Here, slap. Alright, let's see what we got here. It's working. Well, look at that. It worked. So I picked up a Heartland. Talked to the guys there at Discount Tire. And after back and forth, I got the middle. This is the middle. Middle priced. Middle. So I suspect that all my tires on this trailer are not balanced. Supposed to be, correct? Oh my God. I'm going ahead and using this one because I still got to load this up today, and saves me time from taking the spare off, and it's brand new, so hopefully I can keep it that way where it just stays on. I don't have to take the spare off in the future very soon. It would be awesome. So this Amazon jack, this Amazon hydraulic jack, it's a yeah, never mind. There's no need to complicate things here. All right, here we go. So nerdy, ain't it? On, down. Yeah, you can see it torque, you know, common sense of watching the markings on the socket turn. Man, but she's whacking it. And yeah, I guess I made a funny this there. Toy, that little toy over there, you hear it wank, wank. Yeah. It'll get you home. All right, well, that's the official test. Next to actually being on the side of the road. Anyway, that's the name of it there. Sorry I didn't bother to pronounce it. Yeah, holding the camera, using one hand for the birds, man. Anyway. Well, there's a little cute little guy right there. That's 2 super cargo tires that went bad within, I want to say, a month of each other. Uncool. There you go. In case you guys want to look at, you tire guys want to look at it a little closer. I don't find no stress, but I don't know, it's the only 2 brands on all these trailers I got, and just kind of makes me nervous. Oh yeah, what we got? Oh yeah, this is good stuff. Oh, he's mad. $40 in lawnmower gas. There you are. Yeah. All right. Bought me 2 more of these Mytee products. Get them offline on their store. Sometimes, sometimes it's oily too. Amazon as well. They have been sold out for these for a little while. They had a 3,300 pound. I got the 6,600. Yeah, 6,600 pounds and 3.5, 3 1/8 inch. You know, I'm not sponsored by these guys. I bought all these with my own hard working money. And but I tell you what, I'd take them up if they knocked on my door on sponsoring them, because out of all the binders that I've tried, you know, the Ratchet kind and the impact kind, and these here are just man, if you get these set up just right, which I'm gonna try to do today, and man, quick, especially solo operation. Friggin' quick compared. I mean, you know, working with the longer chains, you know, 8-foot chains, and so on. I've got some shorter ones here too. There will be 2 sections where I'll have to use the shorter ones, which is a breeze compared to those ones. I think you've all seen the previous videos, that one long one I put through the rear end of the skidster. So, but yeah, they got a heck of a store, guys. Check them out. And check these out, because they are friggin' awesome. Let's see if they just ratchet just like any other ratchet. And what's cool is you just hook him anywhere you want. Once you got it hooked up, and you put him on something, whatever other end you want, you can take up the slack that you want, and then right away, just freaking boom, it just takes care of business. Let me tell you, the other products that they have, yeah, they're pretty heavy into the trucking industry big time, obviously, for all their tie downs and stuff. And you know, I got to give thanks to the good old forks. It is an attachment that I have forgotten about, that I did not trade in. I kept these forks for the skidster as well. So these are the 48-inch 9,000 pound, Tony. Well, I do remember they weigh 900 pounds, so they're definitely the heavier ones. Right there, Mytee products. Y'all seen the video of this. I use those. I mainly use these for turnarounds. You know, making a straight track forward on somebody's property. You know, but when you got to turn, you really tear it up the yard. So I'm mainly using these for that purpose. And that's my start on them. I've got 6 there, and both products, they ain't friendly cheap at all. They cost a little bit, like these 6 here. So you go to ground mats, and I end up with those. And here we go. You choose your option. I did them both sided. That's the difference between the 4 foot by 8 foot, 135 each. 4 foot, 8 foot, 130 each. Is one is double sided, which is this one. It's got the pedestrian side and a contracting side. So I'll just show you. Okay, so they're not on sale now, are they? I got them for what was the sale at the time? Watch for their sales, because right now they're $209, and I think I got them I think I got them around $169 each. And those binders are $150 bill plus tax and stuff as well. Now, they may not be on sale right now either, but I looked into building my own set. I'm sorry, but between the wood, I was looking at some pressure treated 4x6s. Time I added up how many I wanted and building those, and with the and also cleating them together, or binding those together and everything, was pushing $140 per one, per each swamp mat that I was trying to make out of that. Yeah, they were going to be a little bit longer than than the labor. I shouldn't say as much as labor, but it was just the time of building them. Once I figured out what to build and how to build it, then I realized I could have made time, but then I was going to shut down 2 other jobs that whole week there, and doing that. So when I outweighed the costs, it was an extra $40 to just go flat out and buy them. So per piece, per 140. It was $140 to build one, and then like I said, 169, so 170 plus tax. I used my judgment, and that's what I did. But yeah, they got those as well. Delivered them front door. It's not going to be for everybody, but I highly recommend them. Check them out, guys. They now, if you get free material like railroad ties, I was looking at those as well, and nobody was giving away railroad ties. I had to buy those. I priced those together, and then had to get longer bolts. The hardware to keep those together. I wasn't faring out any better on the price per swamp mat, trying to make them out of railroad ties as well. So yeah, that was my homework. That's what I did. Good luck. If you're going to make you some set, you can make them. I was actually fired up to make them, but by the time I added up all my costs, I was like, well, heck, I'm pretty close to buying a brand new one. So they're about, they say they're 80 pounds each. That's how much they weigh. So, and the ton, so working load limits are 20 to 120 tons on them. The crushing rating is 240 psi. So if you get aggressive with them, you will mangle them, obviously, just like anything else. But for what I'm using them for, and the weight of my machines are, should work out pretty perfect. And they fit pretty much right across here. And so if I need to take them along, it shouldn't be a big problem. So I'm rigging these up for me here. I just want to have it to where they slap on that much more easier. My plan is to have this as the anchor side itself. So I'll be either D-ringing them or on the machine. It's going to be one or two, depending on which end I'm on, if I'm on the ass end or the front end. So all my videos are in sequence pretty much. Like I said, I think I mentioned before, they're day to day, or this one here, it's just the little stuff that I'm pulling the camera out on. So I figured what better way than to throwing something out there on what we do to keep the business going, right, guys? And then some of the frustrations that we go through when something's not working right. So between doing some work on the trailer and some other projects I got around and just the little things, I thought it would be cool to actually just combine all that in and kind of show some of the action in between. Somebody was made a comment that they're picking up their machine, believe it was today, and they're on their way to get started. And I say, man, that's great, bro. Get it going, and definitely love it. You gotta love it, right? And hang in there. There's plenty of work. You just gotta get those right customers, and benefit from it. So, getting to know if you're, I don't know how new you are with it, but if you are pretty darn new, and sounds like you're getting quite a bit of attachments there, which is, I'm jelly. I'm definitely jelly of that. If I could only get an attachment sponsor, man, that'd be great. But yeah, if you're kind of new with it, or the machine, or what have you, I'd recommend your bucket. Driveways are pretty easy to kind of master. They should be for most. And you get in there with those, that. Just on your other attachments and stuff, use your bucket. Don't be. I know having somebody tailgating it is what everybody favors, but like in the beginning, like with me, when I had that L-Series tractor I bought in 2019, and all those years of using that in the beginning, man, I look forward to just having to just dump it, and then just let me spread it myself. And that just gave me seat time, bucket time, and really understanding some things and the ergonomics to it and stuff like that. So yeah, if you're if you're in that kind of a situation, or if anybody else out there, don't be afraid to start. Just use the bucket, man. And there is, these attachments that you go after, when you get something better, that's just what it is. It's a better version of what you're trying to use, and because they all kind of can do the same thing. Now there's some specialty ones out there, right? But like this grader here, technically, I got from Kubota. Technically, my grapple, I've actually spread a driveway with that. I've actually, I should say, is ripped it up using the grapple. And when you back rake, it's got that solid bar across the front, and I've feathered myself, used it, and I used it feathered backwards. That's what I'm saying. There's now it's smaller and it's not ideal, but that's what I'm saying. These attachments, a lot of them are just doing the same job, only doing it better and faster. If you really get desperate, just get you a depending on what size machine you got here, get you a 4-inch I-beam or a 6-inch I-beam. Get her about 8 foot long, and use that to grade. I've done that some years ago, and on an excavator. I used it on an excavator, and just no trick I've seen from other veteran excavation guys, and I've seen it. Seeing like what you seen them unloading their equipment, and they throw this big I-beam to the side, and I'm like, what's the I-beam for? When I was there, and I saw the guy using it, I'm like, well, hell. The only thing, man, I'm kind of missing is where to put all this stuff. I thought about doing the bigger toolbox. Then I have to remount this. And so to get it to fit between this, it's narrow, that's kind of silly. Then I thought about doing like a headache rack on this, but not very high, where I can hang my binders on and a couple other things. I kind of like that idea too, but they're going to be constantly exposed outside, and they're made to do that. So's the chains, but you know, because truckers, farmers, everybody does that stuff. You know, they leave this stuff outside. But I don't necessarily want to. But I've thought about that, like a headache rack. But yeah, I need to do something better on having this stuff more available and you know, accessible to me. All right. I'd figure starting to get a little bit more calls on the drainage, and got one today around 5 o'clock to look at, and see if she'll accept the price. It's the only thing I wish the Kubota had factory, versus if you want one, you gotta add it. I just like my stuff locked. All right, let's go over here and see if we can break that out a little bit. Go to that smaller one there first. I do want to get that white noise buzzer. I've been doing some reading up on it because one of you guys suggested it, and I think there's one that plugs straight in for a cat series, and then one that plugs straight in for the Kubota products. So I just got to do my homework a little bit more on it, and I will try to pick one of those up. They ain't cheap, are they? But